Hello, I'm IBX Tweaker, and this is Q&A Saturday, a weekly series where I answer your guys' questions about a certain topic that I asked in last week's Q&A Saturday. So this week's one is going to be about Minecraft Xbox One, because we've got, gameplay from that recently, and also a whole bunch of other stuff I've been doing videos on, and lots of people are really curious because it's an interesting concept. We thought we'd be getting much more, but, now we're getting slightly less, so I'm going to be answering questions about it to the best of my ability, and next week's Q&A is going to be another personal one. So if you don't want anything about me as a person, or just anything to do with that type of deal, leave them in the comments down below and I'll be answering them with probably facecam, maybe not, I'm not sure. So yeah, that's what we're doing. So let's go straight into these Minecraft Xbox One questions, and the first one comes in from Hawk Becker, who says, will world transfer from Xbox 60 to Xbox One be available at launch? So the answer to this question is fairly simple. It is yes. They've said it will be available at launch because they really want you to be able to upgrade to the Xbox One and just be like, okay, now I'm playing this straight away. It's a really important feature to them. They've been working on it and now it works. However, the one big caveat to this is that you won't be able to resize the world until later after the launch, presumably the same update as Realms, which means that if you want to play with the bigger world sizes, you won't be able to do it on your previous worlds just yet. You'll have to wait for the world resize tool, which is kind of cool, kind of sucks in some ways, but at least you can have your worlds at launch, which is good, I guess. So that's the answer to this question. Nice and simple. Second question comes in from Frankenberry9. Question: do you expect 4J Studios to add new features to the Xbox One edition that aren't in the current console versions? And if so, what features? So honestly, I used to think that they would do this, and they'd use this as an opportunity to get some really cool features, like the command blocks that they probably won't be putting in the other versions on there. However, for the most part, right now, the only things that are significantly different between Xbox One and Xbox 60 are the fact that you get a much bigger render distance and a much bigger world. Everything else, like the updates, is exactly the same. So that was since the June gameplay, so unless in the next 2 months they're going to force it forward to an update, and then later on put that update on top of consoles, it's very, and like 5 extra varies, unlikely that that's going to happen. Unfortunately, it looks like it's just going to be the same game, just with better, visuals right now, which, for some people that's good enough, but, for some others it's kind of disappointing given what we were expecting. So yeah, simple answer is, I'm sorry, they probably, or most likely with many mosts, won't be adding any features exclusively to Xbox One right now anyway. So that's the answer to that one, unfortunately. So the next question is a really simple and short one, because I figured I'd just throw one of these in there, which is, will crafting be the same as console or PC? And it's a simple one-word answer of it will be the same as console, because we've seen gameplay, they use the console interface. It'd be nice if there was like a PC switching option, because a lot of people request that, but the console one works just fine. It's really easy to use. Once you know everything is, it's just, it's so much easier, and it's pretty swell. So simple answer to a simple question. So my next question comes in from S. Zimmer, who asks, could we be seeing an amplified terrain option in Minecraft Xbox One edition? So the simple answer to this one, by the way, if you're not familiar, there are 2 world types on PC that are currently available on Xbox, and that is I think one is large biomes, and the other one is amplified terrain. So large biomes is one which basically allows you to just make each of the biomes much bigger, so instead of having a desert that's, 200 by 200, it'll be like 500 by 500. And amplified terrain is one that makes everything a little wacky. I can show you a couple screenshots on screen of what it looks like, because it's like, whoa. And the simple answer to this one, amplified terrain will almost definitely not be in there at launch. I think it'll be coming soon after launch, because it's a really cool thing that allows the next gen to really take advantage of the bigger worlds, and I think they'll be looking for selling points for next gen, so that will definitely be trying to coming. And I think large biomes will also be coming in the same update. Like, they might make the next update after Diluted 17, like the one that changes the world, except a little bit before. So they add a few new biomes, and they add, the large biomes and the amplified terrain. I think that would really allow the previous consoles to get new stuff, as well as next gen to really take advantage of its new features. That's what I think they'd probably do, or maybe they're just going to ignore that and they're just keep progressing in the same way, like 1.4, 1.5. Again, hard to say right now, but I'd imagine they want to take advantage of next gen with the next update. Just my opinion, though. So my next question comes in from Grim Dolphin, for the win, who asks, for your opinion, would there be an option of toggling the render distance for Xbox One? So this question I got a lot in my live stream a couple of days ago as well, and it just comes up a lot, like people asking, why can't you change the graphics options on Xbox 60, etc. And the answer to this one is fairly complex, and I'll just go straight into it. So basically, with PC games, you get loads of options in there because not everyone has the same PC. A PC is a very widely varying platform. There is literally millions of configurations that people could be playing your games with, and that's basically the big reason that they have to give you options, because it won't run perfectly on everything, and they need to give you options so that you can still run, even if your PC wouldn't be able to run it at the maximum settings. The way they want it to be played is, you know, at maximum settings, but if you can't do that, you can lower them. So instead of playing with Minecraft example, if you can't play on fancy because it dips your frame rate too much, you can play on fast. If the smooth lighting's slowing you down, you can turn that off. If the render distance, you know, is a problem, then you can turn that all the way down so it's like you can only see 2 chunks in front of you. And basically, this doesn't make any sense on console, because all consoles are exactly the same. Instead of a million different configurations, there is one configuration, and basically this means that they can max that, they can get the most out of that, so they can get the fancy graphics. Like right now, we have the fancy, we have the 3D items and stuff. We have a pretty decent render distance, and if you wanted to turn those things down, there wouldn't be any benefit because it's already running so perfectly. The one argument you could make is instead of being 720, it'd be 1080, but that'd be such a small benefit for all the things you give up. And the simple answer to this one is, on consoles you really don't need graphical options because it's not a PC where you might not be able to run the game right now anyway. I think with next gen we might see a shift to being able to change the options to get better visual or better frame rate, but right now there is no reason to include graphics options on current gen consoles, or last gen consoles, I guess. I guess it's current gen, yeah. So next question comes in from Bradenborg793, who asks, do you think they'll put in the ability to add mods on Xbox One / PS4 worlds? So this question comes up a lot because they did say a while ago that they want to put mods in the game, at least in an Xboxy type way, so it's not literally a mod, but it's, mod type features. And the simple answer is that although they want to do that, it will never be at the point where you can literally just download mods yourself and other people can create them, because with a closed platform like Xbox, that's an odd thing. We're seeing them want to move more towards modding. It's not against the Microsoft terms of service now, but I don't think it'll ever be at the point where there's a mod store in-game that people just make mods for. I think what will happen is, and if once they finally do catch up with PC, which they say they'll do, but I think after now the console versions coming out, they just need to work hard for a year and a half or so, and just, power out those updates, and then that's how they'll catch up. And once they've done that, I think they'll start looking at mods and start putting them in the game. Of course, they can't do stuff like the bigger ones, like Pokemon or Tekkit, but they can make stuff like, super jumping or just really weird stuff that, is kind of in mod format, but they could just put it in the game. So stuff like the Pistons, which were previously a mod, and then they got added into the game, stuff like that, So that's this week's question and answer video on Minecraft Xbox One. If you want to leave questions for the personal one, leave them down in the comments down below, and I'll be sure to answer some of them. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I enjoyed making it. Like it if you liked it, share it if you really liked it, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for Seed Sunday. If it's Q&A Saturday today, that means Seed Sunday's tomorrow. So yeah, see you guys then.